Just do you see it? I mean, it's very, very early, but what are the differences you see in Ariel and Bashara and stuff? Is there anything that might have picked up during the summer that you noticed? And Bashara was talking about a jump shot.
Yeah, I think Bashar's extended her range. I think both those two were looked upon as for their leadership, and I think Bashar was a leader by example. She's just a hard worker, and I think when she does those things, I think they follow suit. And I think Ariel was in a different situation to where she didn't start, and so she had to learn to come off the bench. And I think it gives her a greater appreciation of what she needs to do with the team and rally them around. It's just a different position for her, and she handled it, and she was great about it, and it was a learning experience for her. So I think both were successful, and they got a chance to play on the USA team. And what a great opportunity.
Do you have any sense that Ariel might have gotten her season probably didn't end the way she would have liked it personally with her play. Do you think she got a little boost from that experience?
Dean, I think so. I think any time that you have to sit back and watch, you have to share time with people, and I think that's what she had to do. And I think it's made her a little bit more motivated. I think it's made her focus a little bit better. I think she sees the importance of her leadership that we need, and we talked about that today. So I think if she can turn something around that she thinks was a little bit different for her, and she can turn it to a positive, I think she'll be great. She's got to lead this team. She's got the most experience, and she has to lead this team.
So you think having to play off the bench and play behind people might have been like
great.
a kick in the butt a little bit?
Well,
I
think it was. I think it was great for her, and I don't mean that in a negative way towards her. I just think that she knows how a team feels, because at times there's 5 people on the floor, and you look down and there's 5 very quality people sitting on the bench wanting to play. So I think she understands that it's a coach's decision, and it's a time, and it's a role, and those type of things. So I think she understands that a little bit better.
What have been your initial impressions of the 2 freshmen so far?
Just very pleased. I think both of them are extremely athletic. I think Jordan has flown under the radar, and she's everything that we expected her to be. And actually, I think a little bit more vocal leader, and it's something that we haven't had in a long time. That's just what she does. Extremely vocal. Plays hard, picks up on things really well. I think she's going to be a very good defender for us. Mercedes I think she probably moves better than I thought she would move, as far as laterally and getting down in a defensive stance and those things. All we've done is defense, so I haven't seen them on the offensive end. But just her presence and how hard she works, and what she's done in the weight room and those type of things, I've been really, really, really pleased.
Mercedes, won't be flying under the radar, obviously, with her size and the acclaim she got. With her personality, how is she equipped to kind of deal with the expectations that are on the way?
She has a great person. She's quiet, but then when you get to know her, she's pretty outspoken. So she's fit in really well, and I see her fitting in with this team and our style, and I think she's going to actually fit in better than maybe I anticipated. I've loved what I've seen on the defensive end. She plays hard, and not too many big kids can get out and guard the perimeter, and she's getting out and guarding the perimeter and doing some things that most big kids wouldn't have the ability to do. Any
homesickness that you can detect?
I don't think so. None at all. None at all. I think they love it here, and they spent second semester here, and come by our office every day. So I think they're fitting in.
Was that good? Was that good for them? Do you think, to have that maybe a couple months?
Dan, I think it was. I think when we asked them to stay for both sessions, our whole team, and we've kind of got a little bond. And then those 2 came in, and it's really helped us, I think, get familiar with each other off the floor. And we're always talking about team building and team chemistry, and I think this summer was a huge team building chemistry for us.
What's the timetable in terms of building Jenny Scott?
We're doing a national search now, and I would anticipate, I don't know, probably in the next couple of weeks we'll have a pull down, and we're kind of moving as quickly and swiftly as possible.
Bashara had mentioned she hadn't really had to be vocal before, be that vocal leader, but that was something that she did this summer. Could you see her stepping into a role like that with this team?
Oh, I think she has to. I think with Bashar's success and how hard she works, it would be natural for her to be a little bit more vocal. She's not going to be the most outspoken on the team, but I think Bashar had valuable experience, and everybody looked up to her, and she continued to perform. And so I just see her becoming a better leader, obviously by example, but as it goes along, she gets a little bit more confident in herself, speaking up. I think she'll do that more and more.
Is there any particular game, any particular trip on the schedule just came out you're looking forward to?
Well, we all want to go to the Bahamas, of course. You know, we may not come back, but we. I think the big challenge for us is our first two games: going to MTSU, which they've gotten in the NCAA tournament; going to North Carolina, which they've got had a great freshman recruiting class and some people back. So I think those are two challenges right off the bat for us, and those are two that we really need to focus, zoom in on. And then we go to Stanford, which is always fun to play out there. The place is sold out. So as far as that, I think those games are probably the most, and then having Notre Dame play come here is going to be a challenge as well. And then we have, I think, a difficult SEC schedule, but they're all, I think all the games are difficult. I'm a coach.
Do you change your approach at all, given those first two, the severity of those first two games? Will you do the things the way you would always do them in the preseason, or do you in terms of your training?
Dan, I think we do what we've been doing, but I think probably when we get closer, 2 weeks out, or I think we really got to focus on them early. We've got to tweak some things and do some things within our scouting report that we think they're going to do, because those are huge. Those are two huge games we got to get by, and it just I didn't want to play North Carolina that early, but it was a TV game, and so we thought it was important.
Would you like to add a couple maybe home games?
Yeah, I'd like to have a couple
I'd like those
games.
3 or 4 games right after that.
Yeah.
If you'd have had those.
Well, the
before.
way we start off last year on the road would be an indication that we needed to start home. But
how much? That's this is 2 straight years now, 2 straight on the road open. Is that it just worked out?
It just worked out that way. Well, I'm the ultimate one that had to approve it, but it just kind of worked out that way. We did the North Carolina thing for the TV, and then the middle game was we just couldn't work out a date, and we just said let's do it. So I'd rather not, but it's a great challenge early, and it could set the standard, or it can we could raise the bar and set that level, or we could be trying to get there, get there. So I don't know. It's tough, but we should have a solid group and a lot better leadership this year to get us prepared.
You said the timetable changed, but I imagine before the season you'll want to have somebody in place, or is there?
Chad, the men's trainers is helping kind of what Nick did with us, so he's helping, and then as soon as we can get the people in, and we're not going to rush it. We're going to get the person in that we think is great for us. We're going to get the best trainer that we feel is that's going to help our needs, and that's to keep us healthy.
Did you suspect something might be happening, or did it kind of catch you off guard?
With Jenny, well, I was surprised as everybody else. I mean, she called and told me she was retiring, and I wished her well, and we just had to move forward. So, and I hope she, I told her I was jealous. I said, enjoy retirement while you can. So.
Thank you very much.
Good.
Thanks, Holly.